What's up, everybody? Start a brand new week in the World of Marvel Contest of Champions. It's time to have a look at what's happening in the World of Marvel Contest of Champions. Spoiler alert, not a lot. Why? Well, Summoners Fest might be the actual live stream for the announcement for next month, or we might be having a live stream this week, maybe. So Kabam, first of all, have said that they're doing a live stream for Summoners Fest, which makes total sense, from November 8th to November 9th. But we all know that there's this kind of like, well, it's lizard that is coming to the game, but you kind of think, well, that's like a Kabam going to do a live stream on what, like the 29th, no, the 31st, so Halloween, spooky Halloween, like live stream to kind of announce what's happening in the month of November. So I'm hoping this week and today to actually find out what the heck is going on with all this. Next up in Lumatrix, the quick update to that is that I think Kabam have put in the changes. So one of the things Kabam said they were going to do was remove some evade-based elements of Lumatrix in AFKO raids. Just like something stuck, again, wind at the same time, hiccups. Well, they've dealt with it. Okay, so yep. People have said better now. At least we can punish his specials to get the needed charges to get vigilance buff. Thank you for the awesome response. Okay, that's good. Massive improvement. Works now. Would still be nice to be able to punish a heavy though. So yeah. So yeah. Okay, good. That's something that's been kind of like changed and improved. So good news, I guess. And also, what is going on in the world of MCOC? Well, our players are seeing this. A few people have kind of messaged this and gone like, oh, funny enough, 20,385 days ago and 8 hours meant that Marvel Contest of Champions was created in the 1970s. So whilst we were all disco dancing and kind of breaking down to Staying Alive by the likes of the Bee Gees and getting our groove on with ABBA, yes, Marvel Contest of Champions was delivering out 7 stars to the community. It would have been good if it went back in time to, I don't know, 666, or maybe the time of the rumored Dracula or something like that. That would be kind of like cool. But I think this is just a visual glitch and a visual bug as players are seeing stuff like this. So yes, 1970s disco fever, Marvel Contest of Swipe and Tap. We were tearing it up on the dance floor, baby, with John Travolta as well. Saturday Night Fever, which I think even Sylvester Stallone makes a brief appearance in that film as he's doing that kind of walking down the street. I'm gonna go now. Next up, an AFKO out of nowhere. No, that's an RKO. And yes, I've used that joke before. LMFAO. Right, what happened to them? Crazy. Red Foo and Blue Sky or whatever his name was. I can't remember, wasn't it? Blue, I know I said Blue Cantrell, but that's really old. Right, we're going all the classics today, all the things that kind of we grew up with in the 2000s. So we have got this AFKO thing. I still don't think people are interested in it at all. There's just too many questions. I mean, one of the biggest ones was this about like tweaks have been made to matchups fair and to make matchups fair and ensure that an even playing field. So, I mean, I said about it like in the video last week. I'm like, yeah, it's cool to try something new. Cool, okay, but like, what happens? Like, how do you know you're the right champion's going? Like, as much as I'm like Red Skull would be great because as soon as you kind of like have him on the fence and champions that face off against him would like, you know, shocking themselves to death or something, or kind of like getting that damage back, that burst damage back. Well, it's a no-brainer. He's best in defense. So therefore, you get through to the end by proxy of the auto fighting. Well, we don't know that. And there's still a lot of information about this that you just don't know. So, I mean, there was a great point about this by a good old friend of the channel, Big Blue, who says, nothing like a horse race where certain horses are kneecapped, but you don't know who and how. So you're going to spend a lot of time guessworking a lot of these champions that could be good or bad. Like there's no kind of like structure, strategy in all this. Because as we said, to kind of, again, to go over all grand and kind of repeat myself and stuff, it's like looking at, come on, screen, work, damn it, there we go. It would be like me going, right, if Loki is put in defense, is drawn, and and part of the matchup is drawn of like Hulk. You go, well, Hulk is going to be able to auto fight and absolutely destroy a lot of champions, mainly including Loki, but may not be good against something like Black Panther Civil War. Okay, depending on how many signatures a Spider-Man has, a Spider-Man Classic has, then surely he would be evading a lot, which means that he could be a prime option in if he was drawn in defense versus someone in attack. That's maybe a Mystic champion. Or, Gallon could do a heavy attack. There are so many things in whatever this kind of simulated auto-battling thing that you just don't know. But if they've been tampered with and they've had certain elements of them abilities removed, then what's the point of wasting a lot of units on this? So, I mean, I haven't decided to do it. And the more questions I asked and the more answers I got from Kabam, spoiler alert, I don't know if I'd actually kind of like be bothered with it. So I don't know. Will you still be bothered with it? Put it in the comments down below. So we're going to end now on this. So I've seen this by recommendations for MCC wishlist. I've seen this on Reddit when people have asked this. Claim your gifts. Okay, spoiler alert and all this. It's likely the compensation. Is it? I'm sure people will say no. But it literally looks exactly the same build as the compensation. I think even people have said that, like they believe it to be this. Kabam haven't answered on this, but kind of treat it more like you're coming back to the game. Shout out to I really can't remember. They did send an email through that kind of said that they went up a progression. So sorry to that person, but they went up a progression. They went up to Paragon and they got the compensation for Paragon. So it was kind of like, if you got the compensation for, and I'm assuming the theory is that if you were something like Thronebreaker and you got compensation 1 or or 2 compensation for Thronebreaker, as soon as you went up a progression, you then got the updated compensation. So you may have got an email, something, or not an email, a in-game message that had said compensation attached to it. Quite possibly that is something that Kabam kind of rolled out. But yeah, some people and some players have seen emails, because this isn't an in-game thing, emails that look a little bit like this. And it does look like, as many people have said, is that they do feel that this is, even though this is by email, and this was just sent, and you'd probably go, well, I'll log back into game to get the compensation. Well, right, I'm not getting it. So I think this is just like an alert message via email, but you're not getting anything. You're not getting any additional, because let's face it, a lot of people are thinking they're going to get additional. But the communication and the confusion is likely there. Bloodit says that's the compensation package. Maybe they just realized they never sent out a mail for that, possibly. The gift seems closer to what they sent 2 compensation packages ago, unless I'm misremembering. I think it's the first one. This also begs the question, are Kabam relabeling the compensation packages bring back to initiative players who most likely were not even affected by the bugs? And that could be it. And yeah, I do think that I agree with people that could be a move that they would make in order to go, good time to come back to the game, because you get this if you do come back to the game, and that could like be that kind of little appetizer to kind of get people. Yeah, and yeah, like this is the compensation package that everyone's received twice. You're not going to get it again if you already claimed it, but that's again the point of this is like, why send the email? And as well, is this something that if you were not playing the game in the length of time, and as a result of maybe Kabam's like, they really ruined their reputation with the players that say decided to log off about 1, 2, or 3 months ago because the quality was off with the game. This is something to say, come back to the game, guys, because we know we messed up. Come back and have this compensation. So I think there's a lot of things going on. It's not as simple as going, this is for current players. This is to bring back those that were just not in a good place with Kabam and the quality of game. So that's where I think that Kabam are kind of like have sent that email. There's nothing in it except for that. Doesn't run that deep. So there we go. Hopefully we've kind of like debunked and dispelled any kind of like rumors around this. And that's going to be it for the MCN. Hopefully there's some more interesting things this week to kind of cover. I'm also hoping for some kind of like very easy going week with the current stuff with my dad going on at the moment. But I've got a lot of things to do in professional, like my day job, but also kind of like elsewhere. But anyway, thanks very much for the support, watching the channel, and hopefully there's some spicy or interesting things to come this week. We'll find out. Bye-bye.